And that was Johnny Mathis with A Certain Smile. Thank you for joining me if you're here for the Hollywood Book Club. I hope you've all got your copies of your book in front of you and you've made yourselves a nice cup of tea, and we'll settle in for some quality time together. I have my copy in front of me as well, and I'm just extremely excited to be starting this new series of the Hollywood Book Club, sharing the stars and the books they enjoy or have written along their journey. Okay, let's get started. If we all move to the contents page, I have my copy, and let's see, who should we start with in our Hollywood Book Club? I think we'll start with Grace Kelly, and that's page 62. So turn your pages and join me. Page 62. From your copies of your books, you'll see each page is made up of a black and white photo, and this one, to start off our Hollywood Book Club, is a beautiful one of Grace Kelly with the Satchmo book. Jazz giant Louis Satchmo Armstrong's autobiography proves the perfect between-scenes reading material for Grace Kelly, who stars as heiress Tracy Lord in High Society, the 1956 musical remake of the Philadelphia Story. Armstrong appears as himself in the movie, doing a swinging number with Bing Crosby, Now You Has Jazz, written by Cole Porter. Both Crosby and Frank Sinatra are vying and crooning for Kelly's affections, with Crosby winning the day and getting to sing True Love in a duet with Kelly as they sail off into the sunset. And speaking of sailing off, High Society marked Oscar-winning Kelly's final role before quitting the biz to become Princess of Monaco. That's a wonderful start to our series. Okay, everybody, if you're still with me, let's turn back to the contents page and let's see who we're going to have next. Okay, my fingers are wandering across the page. Where is it going to stop? Let's go for Audrey Hepburn. Okay, she's on page 42. Everybody, let's head that way. If you've arrived at the page, you'll find a beautiful picture of Audrey Hepburn. In 1953, while shooting Sabrina at Paramount Studios, Audrey Hepburn rented an apartment in Beverly Hills, an apartment with shag carpeting, a flamingo bedspread, and a tray for her breakfast. Barefoot and bestriped, the leading lady, with the title role as chauffeur's daughter caught between Humphrey Bogart and William Holden, posed for an at-home and on-the-job series that photographer Mark Shaw took for Life magazine. A caption for the piece notes, "While eating, she often reads classical drama with heavy helpings of Shaw and Shakespeare. A few years down the line, Hepburn would play a New York bookshop clerk who falls into an affair and into some great dance numbers with Fred Astaire in Funny Face. I'm loving that picture. What a great start to the Hollywood Book Club. Okay, everybody, let's head back to our contents page. And where is my finger going to stop next? We have lots to cover over the coming weeks, but let's this time stop at Bob Hope. Okay, everybody, let's turn to page 92. And there we have another wonderful picture. Bob Hope and his ladies reading the book there. Literary references abound in Road to Morocco, the third of the hugely successful Bob Hope and Bing Crosby Road to comedies. Even before the 1942 Paramount Picks opening title song is sung, the collected works of Shakespeare, Persian poet Omar Khayyam, and Webster's Dictionary have been cited. By the time Hope's Turkey Jackson has cozied up to Princess Shalma of Karamish, Road to Muse, Dorothy Lamour, of course, he's in a state of shock and awe over a copy of How to Make Love, 6 Lessons from Madame Lazonga. For the publicity still, however, the provocative prop tome was replaced with a real publication, The Power of Will. The 1921 Self-Helper by Frank Channing Haddock, marketed as a practical companion book for the unfoldment of the powers of mind. That's a fun one. I remember seeing those films. I think sometimes on a rainy day there's nothing better than a nice black and white film. Okay, let's move on to our fourth and final one of today. To our contents page again. And where shall we go to next? Let's have a look. I think let's go to page 30, everybody, and let's read a bit more about Errol Flynn. I'm remembering Errol Flynn myself, back when I used to be off school, back in those days. Classic films they are. And again, a wonderful picture. A feast for the eyes. Probably more familiar with a moustache there. But Errol Flynn stops his library globe from spinning on the barbarous South Sea Islands, where his 1946 adventure yarn Showdown takes place. The swashbuckling star wrote 3 books over his career. Beam ends in 1936, the account of Flynn and 3 sailing buddies navigating the tricky Tasman Sea. Showdown, a ripping high seas yarn, and My Wicked, Wicked Ways with ghostwriter Earl Conrad, a memoir published posthumously in 1959. In between, he made a few pictures. You may have heard of The Adventures of Robin Hood, Captain Blood, The Dawn Patrol, The Sea Hawk, and They Died with Their Boots on among them. Wonderful. Well, we have a lot of stars to get through in our Hollywood Book Club, but let's leave it there, and I hope you can join me again as we continue with the stars and their books. And let's appropriately now listen to Audrey Hepburn, Moon River.